I've got 10 acres and some change out here in Silverton, Colorado. My name is Miles McLaughlin here at Wilco Land, rolling out a new property with you. In this video, I'm going to cover common questions. I'm going to show you how you can go view the property on your own. I'm going to pull the property up on satellite imagery and show you some good Google Street Views and just give you a good idea of what this property is and break it down for you. So again, Miles McLaughlin here at Wilco Land. What we do is we buy and sell raw vacant land, trying to focus on what we like to call unique and epic land investments. So this one definitely fits a bill. You can see that we have some beautiful photos of the area. These actually all came from Google Street Views. So surprisingly enough, there are some Google Street Views in this area. So I'm going to drop down and show you what we're looking at here in just a second. Before we get to that, I just want to touch on some property details. If you're interested to read more about the county zoning, zoning refers to what you can do with a property in terms of building and development. You can go ahead and click that link we have here. Otherwise, it's zoned mountain zoning district. But for the most part, who's the target audience of this property? Somebody who wants to buy a property for recreation, right? This is part of the Alpine Loop out here in Silverton and Ouray, Colorado, and San Juan County. So it's really a special area. And if you pull up the GPS coordinates on a map, I can show you exactly where we're located. So all I'm doing is copying the GPS coordinates here. We're down here in Colorado. Telluride's just to the west of this property. You've got Silverton, Colorado. You've got Ouray, Colorado. So again, we're in this really cool area with a ton of huge peaks, some really cool landscape, and a really rich history. So let's dive into the property and talk about it from a satellite imagery point of view quick. So here's Engineer Mountain and Engineer Pass. So I want to click around on a few photos. This is a very, very popular area for people to go out jeeping, to take side-by-sides out, dirt bikes. There's a ton of hiking trails. Like I said, there's a rich history. You can look up the Alpine Loop, and I can even click around and look at some of these photos. You can see there's all this old mining history out here. And there's all these hiking trails and there's people, going on vacation, right? So if you're looking to own something out here, this is a really cool opportunity. And somebody's proposing out here, right? This is a cool area. Here's a Bonnie Bell cabin. Somebody's got a cabin rental, right? So that must be on Airbnb. You can even go to the website. So people are developing, and I'm going to the website. The reason I'm going through this is to give our customers an idea of what people are doing on similar properties, right? So let's say I look at the photos of this cabin and it looks like this website's just not responding to me right now. So I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it, but the reason I say it is that if we zoom in, somebody's built a cabin right here. So we know people are developing out here. People are building, there's creeks, there's streams, there's fly fishing, right? So there's a lot of recreation, to be had out here. And you would own essentially 10 acres, and it has a river going through it even. So the North Fork of the Los Animas River runs right through the property. And then I thought when we purchased this property, when I was looking at it the first time, I thought this was a really cool property because I think this section below the road is really valuable. I think this offers some really tangible use, and it's about 2 acres, little under 2 acres of space down here. That's a nice, healthy piece of this property. When I think about this, I think yurts, teepees, tiny homes, maybe a spot for a travel trailer, a camper, maybe even just build out a section for gravel for you and your family and friends for your own private campsite to park your cars, right? And set up a private campsite. At the price that we're offering, we're saying, hey, this is recreational land. I mean, that's how we have it priced. This is going to be a really affordable way to clear out a gravel pad for a camper, an RV, a few vehicles for you and your friends to camp, set up shop for the weekend. Maybe even a tiny home, like I said, or a yurt setup or teepees. So it does get pretty steep along the road getting up to the top, but maybe there's a way you can get up here too. So this is what we're looking at. If you are interested in viewing the property, you can go on your own. I recommend using GPS coordinates to go access it. If you're interested in buying something sight unseen, how much easier does it get? We've got Google Street Views. I mean, you can see right down here, like I said, that's a really, really healthy area to be using. Like I said, whether it's to clear a spot for camping, put some fill down, move some dirt around, and you can park 3 or 4 cars there, or your camper and set up your own little private campsite. Like I said, I bought a property from a lady who had a yurt on it, very similar property to this. And she had a yurt on the property up top up here that they hiked up to. And that was their little oasis on the weekends, you know? So who's to say you can't, develop the property or use it as you want to use it, right? So when I think about target audience of this, it's people who are out here, who recreate this area, who want an investment in Colorado, who want something of their own. They want some river access like that. The sounds of the river is going to be awesome if you're camping down here. And this is your own land. Nobody can take you off it, right? Not only do you have a place to use for camping, recreation, to potentially build something on someday, but you also have a tangible land investment. This can be bought and sold. You're not renting. It's not money in the stock market that's sitting there. This is something that you are investing in that can be used at the same time. It's a very tangible investment. So that's why we love land investments here at Wilco Land. Not only can you, touch them and be at them and use them, but, this is something that's going to gain appreciated value over time. We're only seeing more and more people get interested in 10-acre plots of land out here. More and more people are interested in rural land. Obviously, COVID really spurred that, but land's not going anywhere. They're not making any more of it. So we love these land investments. This is a cool property out here in Silverton, Colorado. Again, if you're going to go view it, just use the GPS coordinates. It's really easy to go check it out using the coordinates. My favorite app to use is going to be Onyx Maps. If you plug them into Onyx Maps, you can see the property is located right here. You can see the outline of it. You can see the North Fork of the Animas River runs down through that south end. In addition, everything around you is BLM land. So adjacent to this property, you can see it says BLM right there, is 43,000 acres of BLM land. So again, as I zoom out of this area, you can see there's tons of markings on here on Onyx for trailheads, right? Denver Pass Trailhead. I mean, we can spot them out, American Basin Trailhead. So there's a lot of trailheads. There's a lot of UTVs. There's a lot of off-roading going on in this area. Just a mecca of recreation. If that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for a unique land investment to call your own out there, to set up, your own dream and vision, I think this property checks a lot of those boxes. In addition, and this is actually another one we own. In addition, you've got the river running down through it, and you've got that lower section of the property, which, like I said, I think this is a really, really tangible, usable area. And a lot of these properties are steep once you get to the other side of the road. So that's why I like this property a lot. It does have this 2 acres of land down here with a river running through it, that creek running through it. And like I said, some dirt work or even just a campsite as is, this would be a pretty cool spot. So, for now, give us a call if you have questions. I've got more listings on the homepage here if you're interested to take a gander. Again, we do offer more of a self-service model. So again, just get with us if you have questions. If you're ready to purchase something, contact me too. So you can reach us here at 605-299-5553. Thanks for tuning in.